Hi everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Glass Garden by Roshni Patel. I've got this ready to go. I have 3 glass cards on the left. They look like this, and this is going to be showing the dark side face up. Then I have the 3 glass cards that should be on the right, dark side face up as well. I'm going to be using the fly, which is recommended as the first critter you play with when you try out this game. So I'll be taking 2 actions, growing succulents. There won't be any damage done, and advancing the critter every round. I shuffled up these, I think it's like, what, 8 plant cards with soil side up. So this is what the soil side up looks like. And yeah, I think we're ready to start. Something to note is that there are going to be spaces essentially above and below each of these. So essentially it's a 3x9 grid with the glass cards on each side. So you're going to look at this as 9 columns with 3 rows. And the 3 rows will have a top, middle, and bottom. All right, so let's take 2 actions. And when we take 2 actions, we can only move to the right. That's what this card is noting with the arrow. So this side, the arrow points to the right, which means we can only move a plant card to the right. And really that's what the shifting is. You're able to shift some of these cards to the right. And you're trying to create adjacent icons so that you can grow these succulents. So you'll notice here, this one has 3 of these green icons. And so we're trying to get them to line up in a row. And that'll make more sense as I apply. So looking at these icons, I'm trying to see which ones are kind of adjacent already. At least this is my strategy. It could be entirely wrong, but I'm trying to figure out what are some quick wins. And I'm seeing these 2 are pretty much ready to go. So how can I take 2 moves and move this to the right so that that could work? It might not be possible. I think maybe instead I move this to the right as 1 action. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm eyeing this icon here, which matches this and this. So I'll move this to the right as many spots as I would like. And I'm going to move it right here. And then, as my second action, I'm going to move this to the right. Those are my 2 actions. After my 2 actions, I get to grow succulents. At this point, I have to see, are there any icons or succulents I was able to fulfill? Looking at this right now, I was not able to, which is completely fine. Damage step is basically skipped for this. And then advanced critter, shift right and flip. So we'll shift this right 1 spot and flip. And just so you know, the take action step, you can take up to 2 actions. You don't even have to take any actions if you don't want to. All right, so I'm going to take 1 action. I'm going to shift this down to the bottom row. And now you have this and this and this. These are 3 of the same icons that are kind of like adjacent to each other now, because the soil is kind of, you can kind of look at it as a whole line. So this line would be connected by the middle and the bottom row, and up here would be the top and middle row. So I don't even need to take an additional action if I don't want to. So I think I'll just skip that action and say that I want to grow a succulent. So looking at this icon, I can grow this succulent. So I'll flip the succulent, and then I'll also flip the glass. You would only flip the glass if the succulent is adjacent to a glass, and in this case it was. So we grew this beautiful succulent, and we get to do the ability on the card. It says swap 2 neighboring plants and place both in the middle row. Okay. So they're already in the middle row, so it doesn't really matter, but we're just swapping 2 neighboring plants. And I think it might be in our best interest to swap these two because I'm looking at this icon here, which matches these two. All right. Skip the damage step. Now we shift right and flip. Shift right and flip. Now, if we were to move, we still have to move to the right. Before, we could only move something to the left. But what I did last turn was only move up and down, which right and left doesn't have an impact there. Okay, so now I could take up to 2 actions, and it's unfortunate I forgot the critter would move because now this is on this side and I can't do anything about that. So I need a change of plans. Unless I just let it keep going. I have to move something to the right. So just so you know, if you're thinking, maybe I could just move this to the right, I can't go past the critter. So this actually has a highlight here that says not past the critter. So I could move right, but because this critter is already to the right here, I won't be able to. So I know when the critter moves, this will be to the left. Moves again, it'll be to the left. So maybe I'll just really focus on this section if possible, which I don't know. Maybe. I'm trying to identify more of the cubes, which might be possible. So yeah, I guess I'll move this all the way here to the right. And then I'll just shift this up as my second action. And I don't think anything will grow a succulent this turn. So we'll skip that. And then we'll just shift and flip. So now we can move things to the left. And I will. I'll move this to the left here. Shifting everything over a little bit. And now I'm gonna use my second action just to pull this down. And then we'll grow succulents. So I have these blue icons that are the same. So I will grow the succulent that matches that icon, which is this one. Actually, you know what? Instead of moving down, I'm going to use my second action to move all the way left. Because this is the one that's going to be next to a glass. So I'll do that. That's the smarter move here. I'll flip this over and flip the glass over. And now this action says shift one plant to a different column on the same side of the critter and place it in the top row. So shift one plant to a different column on the same side of the critter. Okay, so I can't move it to a different side. All right. So looking at this, I might want to I need some of the green icons to line up. So I think I'll move this here. I'll just move this. Shift one plant to a different column. Move that to here. And place it in the top row. Okay, so that's the top row. And I think that's it for me. So this will advance and flip. Now we can only move critters to the right, but not past the critter. So looking at this icon, feel like I can't do much on this side. These icons cannot form 3 different ones. This side I still feel like I'm stuck. I'm not really sure if there's anything that matches here either. I might need to, yeah. So I'll move this to the right and say that that's my action. Grow succulents, there's nothing to grow. And then skip damage, advance, and flip. Okay, so now we have to move critters to the left. So I will move this to the left. And then I'll move this down. That'll be my action. Nothing can be grown, so I will move this over and flip. So luckily, these can grow a succulent, so I'll keep an eye on that. And these can grow a succulent if I pull this down. So my action will be to push this down to the bottom row. And then I will say that that's my turn. I'm going to use these 3 icons to grow this succulent, which is, ooh, wait. I should not forego that. I could move right. So I'll move right so it's near glass. I gotta remember that. Okay, so yeah, that's my move, right? Did I do too many moves? No, I think that's right. That was my second move. All right, so I'll flip this over to grow it, flip this glass. And this one says, swap the 2 edge plants, then place 1 in the top row and 1 in the bottom row. So this is an edge plant because it's against the glass, and this is an edge plant as well. So we get to swap it. And I have to put 1 in the top and bottom row, so I guess I have to think about it. So if that's in the bottom, this is the top. That might be interesting. Something to keep in mind is when you're scoring, the succulents in the top row do get more points. So I'll put that there since it's already a succulent. Now, I'll hopefully leave that there at the end of the game. And then the second succulent I'll grow will be the box. Oh, so I saw that these icons match, but there's actually no succulent that would be grown with those icons because I already grew it. Okay, so this just shifts and it flips. And we're nearing the end of the game. Let's see. So I need this green, need the water. Alright, so I'll move this up as 1 action. And I get to only move left, so I'll move this left as another. And now I have these 3 icons with each other. And so, I took my 2 actions. I will grow this one. And this says, swap 1 edge plant with 1 non-edge plant, exchanging the exact position. Alright, I'll exchange this edge plant with this. Don't know if that really helps. I'm trying just to get... No, I don't think so. Let's keep that there. 'Cause I need the water droplets together. Yeah, I'll do this one, these 2. Okay, so that's how I use that. And now we proceed here. This flips, and now we can only move things to the right. Just so you know, when the critter reaches the right side glass card, you take 1 more turn. So this is the last turn of the game. In this case, I really want to try to grow at least 1 more succulent. That'd be nice. And I'm looking at this icon. I can only move right. Alright, I'm trying to think here. I can only move right. Alright, so I'll move this all the way here. That means everything just kind of fills in the empty spaces. My second action will be to move this up. So now I have these 3. And, well, actually, that won't even do anything. Let's move that back. I don't even see 3 of these. That's 1. Yeah, let's see 3 of those. Do I have 3 of these? I have 1. Nope. Let's look at this one. 3 raindrops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so my movement will be just this. And then I don't think there's any other chance to to do anything else. Because this one I need 3 and I only have 1, 2, and the other one's not flipped yet. Okay, so that's all I've got. I'm gonna grow succulents. So the 3 icons I matched were the water, that, and that. So I'll grow this one. Actually, should I move this over to the right? I can't. It won't even reach the glass, but it would still be an edge, I think. All right, that's fine. I'll just flip this. Swap 2 plants in the same row. I don't think this really matters what I flip because it's the end of the game, so I'll just do that. And now is the sunlight phase. So during this phase, you apply any sunlight bonus actions and you grow succulents. So the sunlight actions is basically where you have the glasses face up. And so in that case, we have 2 glasses and they basically give us an extra move action up or down. So, I think I'll do that. I'll move this up. And then I've used that, so I'll flip it over and I have 1 here. I get to do an extra move action up or down. And I will move this up. And I'm doing that because I know the succulents in the top row will give me extra points. All right. At this point, I could check to see if I qualify to grow any succulents, and I don't think that is the case here. And now we just move on to scoring. So right now, we'll get 2 points per succulent in the top row, 1 point per succulent in the middle and bottom rows, and 0 points per plant card still on its soil side. So we don't lose any points, we just don't get any for the ones we didn't grow. So right now, this would be 2, 4, 6, and then 7, 8. So we got 8 points, which is the lowest title that you could get. The lowest title here is called Dirt Farmer, and essentially you lose. I guess I need to do a better job of probably getting these lit up and flipped over to the light side, because potentially if I could have thought it through, I would have moved these to the top row and I would have gotten 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. Barely make it into the novice planter title. All right. Well, that was my solo playthrough of Glass Garden. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are. I always really enjoy exploring these different button shy games. Obviously, these are really, really portable, 18 cards, and typically easy to learn. And yeah, I really enjoy this one. I really like nature-themed games, so this one just really fit my liking a lot. So yeah, and the art is very, very pretty. All right, I'll end the video here. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.